Hello everyone and welcome back to the Bodygood Brawl League Season 3. We have a game here for you, the playoffs. It's the semi-finals already. And we are going to take a look at Hole Poker take on Clyde. We have the catch here on Noble's Quarters 2. Gonna see what that is all about. We have around 400 rating there. An advantage to Clyde, so an advantage here for him. And he also gets to start at around the center of the wagon, which is a very big thing. Both of these two players did play this map just previously here now, and they had a desync with Clyde in clear favor. Mostly due to this map as well. So we'll see if Hole Poker's learned from those mistakes. You can take a look at the top left corner of the screen. We've seen 266 morale for Clyde, 265 for Hole Poker. Meaning that it's gonna be a bloody game here for both of them. You can see some units here from Hole Poker gets to start and move before Clyde. In the previous game he did put all of his fast units in the top left corner, tried to run away but were caught up and then they desynced. It was very generous of Clyde to replay this game, I think. Clearly had the lead. We'll have to excuse the yellow numbers in the top right corner. If you did notice them, they come from Clyde's screen. We can't really do too much about that. So this is interesting. This is the last semi-final. I have already played against Nanashi, defeated him, so whoever wins here is gonna go up against me, Karond, in the final, and whoever loses here is gonna take on Anashi in the match for third place. And that is a scary prospect for the tournament. It has shown that the 3 out of the 4 teams that made it into the semifinals have been witch hunters. And it shows once again the power of this particular warband. Can do a lot of good stuff. It's really hard to counter all of that armor as well, so that's part of it. So you see the Magister around the wagon group. Where is he going to go? Typically on this particular map, you tend to be a little bit screwed in Hole Poker's position. You have the top left corner that is a group that you usually have defeated already at the start. But here, and then you have the other 2 groups, they link up usually behind that rightmost building because it's very safe and you can't, Clyde really can't get to him or those teams. But one of the disadvantages of Clyde's team here is it doesn't have too much in the way of ranged. He only has 1 ranged unit, a Sealot henchman, and that means that Hole Poker could go into these buildings. He has barricaded himself there and waiting for some support, which is probably what he's going to do now. He's learned that trying to run away doesn't really work. It works really well when the opponent has a lot of shooting, but in this case not as much. See the fast mutant here around the wagon group as well. He's taking a little bit of a different approach. He's very much into the in his face here against Clyde. One of the problems with Hole Poker's position is that, yeah, he might still be able to be reached from there. That is a problem. See some of the really good units here from Clyde. You can see this. He already picked up the plus Mark of Constitution, plus 30 wounds as a helmet slot for many of his characters. see Cassius. Clyde could also just go up in the top left corner and get at those 3 units. It will take Hullpoker some time to catch up before that happens. Nice to see these two players here in the semifinals. We know Hullpoker finished 2nd in the upper division, while Clyde finished 7th in the upper division. Oh yeah, we do see 2 Dark Souls, and I think he has gone with all 3 of the Dark Souls here to be able to barricade themselves in the buildings. At this point we can expect that both of these warbands have fully decked out level 10 units, with most of them having purple equipment as well. Nothing really unusual about that. Gonna take the idol here, making sure it is not going to be captured by Hullpoker, also putting it on a unit that is going to be proving difficult to kill. It's been a long time since any of these two players played the Bodywood Brawl League Season 3. It's been... yeah, sorry about that. It's been a long time since we had a Christmas break here, and I think both of these players haven't played with this particular warband in at least a month, might be slightly more even. So they've had some time to reacquaint themselves with their warbands, and hoping that they remember everything that they have put into this. It's a very good morale level. That means it's gonna have to lose 7-ish units, I think. I think 7 before he starts taking a route test. Might be 8. Let's see, 160. You lose 19 for each henchman. If you were 5 henchmen, you would have required 8 henchmen to lose. No, yeah, so it might be almost 8 then. Thinking about if we want to commit against this team or not. Has to be careful, but if you can get trapped by the middle group, who is in the top center position here of Hullpokers. I seize one of the Dark Souls here. Very close to him, very close. Just wasn't enough to stop him. Also has to watch out, of course, because if he wants to get into a fight and forcing him into the open ground, that's what Clyde ideally wants to do. Then he can surround those units and kill them without them getting into buildings and being protected, waiting for the cavalry to arrive. But might also have high attracting lure available to him, so he could potentially disengage from that. Can't disengage from the Templars, but definitely from the captain. It's a good shooting position, I think. Misses the first shot. Gotta be careful to leave himself too open here. He's gonna go with reload and adrenaline rush. No, he's not. He's gonna pull back. Trying to protect the archer. Both of these two warbands rely a lot on the armor that they have available to them. Holbrook has some really fast units. You can see that Gideus and the Magister compared to the leader of Clyde here. But besides that, it's all about the heavy armor, and armor does win you a lot of games. Wow, look at that movement. It looks like movement 8. Oh wow, yeah, you can actually trap the Magister. This is horrible. I wonder why Holpoker went in this direction. Why didn't he go behind the house like everyone else does on this map and that particular deployment? And this is gonna be hell for him. Very surprised that he would go for 2 strong blows instead of 3 normal attacks. 3 normal attacks would have done more damage. Yeah, he has the Marauder here as well in the wagon group. I can still trap the Magister further. I mean, he cannot disengage from that. Seems like he's really stuck up against the wall, and now he has another unit coming in. Staggering blow on him. Armor of Righteous is a very powerful 20% armor, including causing fear here, so, and it goes really well together with Deny the Heretic. If you fail a fear test, you have minus 30% chance to hit, you have minus 15% chance to hit while in the Deny the Heretic field. There's one red pill for each time you step into the field, so don't go back and forth in there. Might be some of the units, oh, there is some of the units here that's hidden. For Holpoker we see the Marauder getting to move now, gonna go and support the Magister no doubt. Looking pretty grim with that Great Axe. Clawed feet, crown of bones and extra face. They're not perfect mutations. You have to make do with what you get. Nudging close. He's trying to avoid the Knight Heretic. I don't think he can do that. No, he can't. He's hit by the Knight Heretic. Wow, insult mastered. Oh wow, Daredevil. It kind of hits really hard here. No exhaustion on these units. Instead having the warrior priests there to catch up with units, bring him to deny the heretic and making them very difficult to kill, and then the rest of the units coming in. That seems to be the main tactic here for Clyde. Gonna see if Holpoker can resist this. He did a great deal of damage to Marius Metzer, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to save the Magister. He looks pretty hurt himself. And the cavalry is coming in here. Depends on if the middle group of Holpoker can have any kind of impact. But remember that Holpoker's units are pretty slow. They are very slow. He might have gotten up to knowledge Mordheim and armor proficient right now, but it's still gonna take him quite some time to get in there. Do see one of the units, but it's gonna take them quite some time to get in there. These Dark Souls are being hunted not just by this Zealot. Remember that Witch Hunter Captain is just behind here to the right. And we're gonna see the last one moving here. They're all moving into a building, trying to get into some cover. I'm not so sure that's a good idea, to be honest. I think that okay, what can he do? Oh, he has mastered order. I completely forgot about that. That kind of hurts. Could we see a first kill here? Yes, we can. So Holpoker takes the lead, killing off one of the warrior priests, and that really did hurt. Gonna be aiming to try and stay out of this deny the heretic field. That's gonna be important for Hullpoker. He can't stay in here forever, but if he can bring down the warrior priest, might be worth it actually. Might be worth it. If we can bring down the warrior priest, there will be no more deny the heretics, although it might stay for one more round. I mean, he has the mutant coming up. He's thinking about what to do here. There are a lot of units of Clydes coming in, and Hullpoker's units are gonna come here as well. It's gonna be very bloody around this particular area, and part of me wondering if the 3 Dark Souls Hullpoker has can actually come up here. I mean, it might have been a mistake to go and run up into... We saw one of them running up into the second layer of the house, and I'm wondering if that's going to be a good choice. Because it seems like this is going to be the key fight, so why wouldn't Clyde just withdraw with all of his units to this area? That's what I would have done. So he starts to deny the heretics. He has 1 less red pill. Only 8 red pills here. That's enough for 4 attacks. Oh wow, why? Why? That costs him another red pill. That was completely unnecessary by Hullpoker, I feel. That was unnecessary. Why does he do that? So he has 7 red pills now. Oh no, don't tell me you're going to go back in there now. Oh, you're just outside, alright. Alright. Lands with the blood offering. 2 more attacks. Oh, manages a critical hit here on 12%. Pretty much just tanks the blood offering. And fails the 32% here. So... Well... He was right, yeah, it's not going to be too many units here that Hullpoker can use to get into that fight before the warrior priest gets a chance to recover. Still, it's minus 10% hit chance for the rest of the game. And quite a bit of damage on him as well. One of the key things here with the warrior priests, of course, is that they can heal everyone around them, but they can't heal themselves. 22% chance of scoring a... Wow, it's a really low chance of actually hitting there. Look at that, 62%. That's almost nothing on someone that's stunned and fails the nerve shot with a cancelled parry. Might be able to get there with Lorca using exhaustion, but it's gonna be a world of pain coming in first here. Yeah, you can see this. I think that's what I said. I think it's just a mistake by Hullpoker to run into those buildings, because look at this. Clyde is just gonna retreat back with everything he has, and he knows that those Dark Souls are probably pretty slow. They might even be movement 5 for all we know. They've been in movement 5 for most of the tournament. And he is clearly moving back. Let's see what he does with the captain here. See, he should probably just have taken the fight. I mean, a single henchman tying down your opponent's leader would have been good here for the matchup for Hole Poker. Taking a bit of damage here, but putting themselves into a really good position for the coming turn, where they can probably reach the fight and help out. Unlike those Dark Souls. Try to look for a position here where you can shoot without him being in cover. Seems like he's aiming for the Marauder. Still not having it. There we go. 0% chance for critical hit, but it's at least 95% hit chance. So gonna do a reload. No, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. Couldn't have used a third shot. I didn't have enough blue pills for the reload. Might be able to finish off the Magister here before he could quite possibly succumb himself. He needs to tie down the Marauder here with something. Otherwise the Marauder will just have a good time against Yorick Rosenbach. If he can get rid of the Magister, he can then... yeah, might even be able to... So that means the Magister is dead. Remember, he used Master Adrenaline Rush, so he's dead already. And wow, I don't even know why Clyde did that, because he was already dead. Could honestly have used that attack on the mutant instead, I think. See if the heavy Dark Souls can come into aid here. It is a very difficult map to do anything about. It's difficult to do anything due to the top left group that you get assigned here. I've actually never really seen anyone win this map when they are in the position that Hole Poker is in. And although he looked like to be the favorite going into this match, remember he finished second, Clyde finished 7th. It was clear from the rating that Clyde has and the deployment here that he is really caught up to Hole Poker, despite all of the extra PvE games that Hole Poker has had. I mean, he could lock down that... so he walks into deny the heretic. So now he only has 8 red pills, 7 red pills. Doesn't really get that. Like, he's wasting many red pills here and running in and out of the... Misses that, that's a bit unlucky. He needs the blood offerings to land, of course. It's also a weird choice, I think. Yeah, he probably thought he could have cut off some space there, but that didn't happen. Let's remember here that both the Marauder and the Mutant are pretty weak, and the Warrior Priest looks pretty weak as well. But all of this heavy armor, Holpoker is gonna need those two Alaska Talon Dark Souls to come in here and anchor this fight. Otherwise it might be over pretty fast. You can see the damage that Argoron here is taking. It's gonna be... yeah, 30 damage more. I have one more attack. 0% chance of a critical hit again, but 97 wounds is all he has. This will hurt, yeah, it will. I mean, he might actually reduce him to half health or something like that. Remember, he still has some penalty to hit here. But he has that Master Daredevil that we saw. And Master Insult brings down the level a little bit. Oh, he misses the 67. That is a lot of damage that just went completely by. That's 135 on the second, so it might have been 150 or so on the first hit. Uses Master Adrenaline Rush. I don't really know why. Remember, he has lost 1 red pill. He used 2. That's 5, 6, 7, 8 for the Daredevil, and losing 1. That's 9. So he got 3 back, and he uses it to switch weapon. That is, yeah, he realizes the mistake here. So he only has 7 wounds left remaining. So something just needs to hit him and he's gonna die. And to be honest, why not just use the Sealet Archer for that? Sealet Archer is gonna be perfect for this. I imagine another 150 damage done on him. He would only have 100 wounds left on Gustav Moll. That might give him 2 rounds of attacks in a row here, I believe. Even Chorus is feeling the burn. Yo, see, can Holpoker actually turn this around? Look at them, they're so slow. They went into the building, they can't really get anywhere. The fight is all the way over there, it's gonna need at least 3 more turns. This guy is gonna be locked down. That doesn't really matter, to be honest. But that last Talent Dark Soul really needs to pull his weight around, and without the Magister to go around ticking all the boxes with the Weapon of Destruction and Curse of Chaos, it can be difficult for Hopoker to have the sustain needed to last in this fight. It's only 1-1 now, but he has 2 units that are pretty severely hurt, and they are 2 of his main damage dealers. I think he also goes into Deny the Heretic a few times here. I am not sure what I'm gonna do. That's gonna be so frustrating to watch. Just once is enough, it seems. Wow, misses the blood offering. And misses it a second time. That is, well, that is pretty unlucky.
A new round has started.
See if the mutant fares any better. Yeah, this is... It's not a desync, but it looks like this is just blocked by character vision. We're gonna see him popping up pretty soon here, the mutant. At least I hope that's the case, so we don't have another desync. Lands his blood offering, so that's 12% chance of a critical hit here. Doing respectable damage to Jorik Rosenbach, and wow, actually manages to score a critical hit and takes the lead here, Hopoker. It's gonna be rectified pretty soon, do I think. The Marauder is about to die. Last Good Talent Dark Soul is about to die. These brethren don't really seem to do too much damage. They don't really seem to help in the overall plan. Where else does he want to go? He stands outside of the Deny the Heretic field, and with both of the warrior priests gone, it's going to dissipate soon enough, and he doesn't really benefit on having the fight happen right here in it. I mean, he loses so much. Oh yeah, he loses so much on it, and he just walks straight through. Giving 10% melee resistance to Gustav Moll. That has always been Hopoker's biggest weakness here. I feel that these two brethren is like two characters that don't really do too much for his warband. The rest of them can really pull their weight and win games by their own, but when you have two characters that don't really help out, can really detract from your chances of winning when you come up with against players like Clyde here, who has really caught up with his warband. Defensive stance. You can see how a lot of these characters are built around the Deny the Heretic for Clyde. A lot of them have not so much of a stance left over unless it's defensive stance, which goes really well together with Deny the Heretic and general defenses here. Also saw that anticipation being triggered. %39% hit chance. Why doesn't he just shoot at the C-lot? I have no idea. Looking pretty grim for Hole Poker. The situation looks grim. The score looks a little bit different. But let's remember here that Clyde has all of his team into this fight. Hole Poker is gonna lack 3 units. Clyde lacks 1. That looks like it could definitely hurt for Koros, so he might be going down here. I think he used exhaustion as well. Misses in the first attack. And doesn't want to use more damage in the form of adrenaline rush to get a third attack off. He thinks he can probably do this. He just needs to hit the Marauder here. Probably wants to use aim. Yes, he does. Just needs to 1 hit and then he's gone. And he manages to land that. So that's gonna be a second kill here for Clyde. And well, he's not gonna shoot at him again, is he? I mean, he did that mistake already with the Magister. I don't think he wants to do that. Tries for Lorca and good decision. Too bad about the roll. This time he has enough for a reload and decides to go for an Overwatch stance instead. Alright. That's good. It reduces another blue pill for someone. Don't need to shoot right now. I think it's a good choice here by Clyde. As we saw there, Master Adrenaline Rush. Certainly a mistake here by Hole Poker using that. He didn't gain anything from it. I might have wanted to use Insult here, but he hits with everything anyway. Equalizing the score. 2 heroes have gone down for Clyde, 1 hero and 1 leader has gone down for Hole Poker. And we're still quite a bit away here for them to rout. And we lost the Deny the Heretic field. It's gonna make things so much easier for Hole Poker to turn this around, but where is the damage going to come from? He only has these 2 damage dealers, and if these staggering blows keep stacking on here, remember it's -10 for each one of them, it will add up. And Master Defensive Stance, mimicking this whole idea of using Deny the Heretic for this warband, which is a very, very strong spell. Costs a little bit of a desync sometimes, but alright, we have a little bit of a... Oh, you see that Koros apparently died during this, so that will make it 3-2. And Gideus is about to fall as well, making it 4-2 soon. It's gonna be down to 41 in his initiative. Gonna be 31 now. If he can manage to land this, it's gonna be a killing blow on him. Yes, it is. Since now it's going to be under the Templars, and the Templars can really start hammering in even more damage. I have 2 more turns to finish him off. It's the movement that does this in, I think. I mean, yeah, of course the deployment plays a really big factor in this game here, but Clyde certainly has a little bit more movement than Holpoker does in some regards, and has managed to gather up his entire team here into one spot, and I don't really know why Holpoker let him do that. He let himself be caught. That's the attracting lure we talked about. Might use a charge here. Yes, he did. He will. There we go. Doing a little bit more damage. You see anticipation triggering here, going also well with Deny the Heretic. But it's still a fight that doesn't really matter too much. Another attracting lure landing. Can't use attracting lure on the Templars though, but where does he want to go from here? He has 7 more red pills and 5 blue pills. Remember, there is an Overwatch as well. So which is the target that he wants to go in on here? I think he should probably focus a little bit on the captain, the Witch Hunter captain. He's standing over there, he's already taking a little bit of damage, he can lock him down. Also doesn't have any of the really big armor. Oh, he goes in for the Templar. Wow. He goes in for the Templar. So that gives him plus 10% melee resistance, just because he did that. Coupled with the defensive stance that he already has, he can't have too much of a good hit chance here. Yeah, he misses on the first one. What was that? 28%. Why? This seems like a big miscalculation from Holpoker. And I think that the game is more or less decided here. 2 out of 3% manages a critical hit. Oh, and that's another critical hit. This does a lot of damage on him. Not that it's gonna matter too much, I feel. We here they have the problematic 2 brethren coming up here with their 15 to 20 damage, 40 damage a turn at best. Could go in and actually hold them down. I think that might be what he wants to do. He sees that he has a Zealot near to the other brethren. He has this Zealot Ulf on his aim. He can go on and going to go down again. And we are back. Oh, just in time as well for Gideus to fall. What can Ashar do? Yeah, I don't think there's anything that. Yeah, I remember that miss, that 67% miss by the Marauder for 150 damage or so. If that would have landed here, Gustav Moll would have been almost dead now. And that would have changed the equation a little bit, but it's still not quite there enough. I mean, all the way back there, of course, it would have changed the situation because Gustav Moll might not have done as much damage as he has done. But it's still a lot of resilient characters here from Clyde. It's a moving wall of iron, and Even though Holpoker has a little bit of the same, he is a bit more squishy. With the Marauder, with the Mutant, with the Magister, all three of them which he put up very close and able for Clyde to reach. Well played, says Holpoker. And the game seems to be over here, just a matter of getting towards that route test. We have, what did we have, 67 morale left? Yeah, seems like that. Still quite a bit left then. Three more kills and the idol, or 4 kills. Yeah, that's kind of right here by Clyde. It's just really impossible to win here with this deployment. I've never seen anyone win this this deployment unless they have been completely superior to begin with lots of mechanical advantages. It's really difficult. Like, what can you do? There's so many powerful options for the player that starts in the center like Clyde did. Not so much... if you're in Holpoker's position, you kind of need to play for time here. And I think it was not a bad strategy having the 3 Dark Souls over there in the corner and then just locking them in a building and then teaming up with the other 2. But this way he just moved forward with another team that got surrounded, and then his middle group couldn't really come and save him. At least not in time. He sees that the idol is still there, could go and grab it. That would still mean 3 more kills here. Needed to cause a route test, unless Holpoker just gives up right away now. Seeing as ideally he doesn't really have a chance to do anything. Might be using the Adrenaline Rush here for a 3rd attack. Yes, he will. It looks like it's gonna be a Witch Hunter final then. 3 Witch Hunters going to the semifinals, 2 of them go to the finals. See if Holpoker can put up a fight against the Nashi. We might be able to cast that game as well. We could end up with a potential 1, 2 and 3 here for the Witch Hunters. Oh wow, stunned here. 5% critical hit chance for that. Is this gonna be a kill as well? I think so, yes indeed. He was not level 10, he was level 9. And manages to catch the idol too. For another minus 16 morale. Alright, so we're gonna need 2 more kills here. Coming up for a voluntary route test to be taken, or for Holpoker to fail the route test itself. 33 morale left. After he loses Lorcan here, that's gonna be 11 morale left. Can use strong blow and a normal attack here. It's gonna do that. 87. And another strong blow. If he lands this, he's gonna score a kill. And he does. And that means that there are no more heroes here for Hole Poker, so he can't actually take a route test. So the next character that dies is going to be the end of this game. It's probably going to be 7-2 here. Yeah, that doesn't really make any sense. There's not too much to risk here anymore. You know exactly where the other 4 units of Hole Poker are. There are 3 Dark Souls in the top corner, and then there is this Brethren Archers. Not too much to worry about. Might be killed here in just 1 round. Probably will. 4% chance of a critical hit. And that is it, 7-2. Congratulations to Clyde. And I hope you enjoyed watching this game, and we'll see you in the final, and maybe even the match for 3rd place. Thank you so much for watching, and see you later. Farewell for now.